Oh, exciting. Oh, hello, and welcome to Tinker's Lab. Now, this is a VHF radio. It's not a CB, not a Citizens band, no. It's a VHF radio for ship to shore. Now, this is quite an old thing, and modern ship to shore radios are different, very different. In fact, they have an extra button, right, which I'll explain in a moment. Now, you can't use one of these unless you've got a license, which I have. I did it years ago. I've also done my Yacht Masters and my Day Skipper as well. I did Day Skipper then Yacht Masters. Now, it is still an interesting thing, but you wouldn't install it these days unless that's all you've got, because it's still a VHF radio, but you don't have the distress signal like you do on the more modern units. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it, all right? Now, I would like to actually get a CB again, but I don't know if it'd be much use here in France because of where I am. But I would also be interested in doing ham radio. That is something I would be quite keen in having a go, because, you know, it's worldwide, isn't it? And I was a bit curious to know whether or not it still works. So I've managed to connect it up to my power supply, which I got set to about 12 volts. So that's what this would be running on, 12 volts, like car battery type arrangement. And everything seems to be there. I haven't got an aerial connected, so I doubt I'm going to get any noise out of it. I've got the microphone here, and might be okay, I don't know. But while I'm actually playing about with it, I might give it a bit of a clean as well, because it is a bit of a mess, isn't it? Yeah, these are expensive things to buy new. Right, but but these days you'd have stuff a bit more like this. All right, now I replaced this for an Icon, not that model. It's an older one than the one you see there in the picture, but I did replace it because I just based it in VHF radio. This particular one was on my boat, and I got a different unit. Now, as you see on that one, it says distress, a little red button. You flick that up, right, and then you press distress. You then make a selection of what type of distress, and one of those types of distress is piracy. All right, so Pirates of the Caribbean, yes, Captain Jack Sparrow. If he's after you, that's the one you'd press. So yeah, they come a long way. They really have. Nowhere near like this old thing here. But I would be interested to see whether or not I could pick any signals up if I can find an aerial somewhere, VHF radio aerial, which I might have a more portable unit, like a car mount type aerial somewhere, I imagine. Be interested to see whether or not there are any signals. Now, I do have a scanner, actually. I could even use that to check for signals. So, it's a little bit better. It's not brilliant, is it? So anyway, we're going to turn it on and just see what the score is with it, and see whether or not it works. Is it worth selling? Probably not. I don't know if anyone would buy something like that, but these days, when there's all these new models out there, so I don't know whether or not if it's really worth even advertising. We'll see. But like I say, they were a really expensive thing, and if we did have like an apocalypse, it might be useful, you know. So I've got that connected. I've got battery power. Okay, let's turn it on. I haven't actually tried it yet, so if we turn it on, hopefully it's okay. Right, we've got, well, it's on. Nothing's there though. Right, we've got power there. I think that's connected. Right, what's going on then? Oh, the dimmer's down. There's a dimmer on there. There you go. So that's on, and it's working, or appears to be. WTX. So that whenever the TX is coming on, so I'd assume that the microphone is working. And so the buttons are DW, your channel 16. That comes automatic on channel 16. That's your emergency channel. Got such a long time since I use these things. That's the 125th. Oh, I see. The public address. Okay. That changes over. I should do. About 16. Right, so it appears to work. There's no noise coming out of it. No squelch is going on there. They do have an external speaker socket on the back here as well. Right, so you can tell how warm these things get because they big old heat sink on the back there. And that's where you'd connect your antenna. It's very similar, if not the same, as what you'd have on a CB as well. And you've got an earth cable here as well. What would you connect the earth to? I can't remember that being connected. What would you connect that to when you're on 12 volt? Maybe. So anyway, this is the little ship to shore. This is, like I say, a Seavoice by Seafarer, and it's the 550. I'm not sure when these came out. This one's quite old. It's the one I had on my boat when I bought it, and I replaced it. I ain't got the boat anymore anyway. This is a long time ago. Yeah, not a lot of point where I live now in France. We could be landlocked. Because lakes, plenty of lakes that there is. So yeah, that is a Seafarer Range Seavoice 550 ship to shore VHF radio that you would have on a boat. So if you've watched Jules, they're trying to radio in. There's a bloody great shark here. Yes, it's just bit my mate in half. But then that's what you'd use in those days. In the olden days, yeah. Not anymore. You would use something more like this, like you would with a distress signal. Everything else about this is quite similar. It's mainly that distress signal that makes it very quick to send out your position easily, just using the distress to, you know, send it to the Coast Guard. Also, it give it you share that with any ships and boats nearby, and they have a legal responsibility to come to your aid if you are sending out a distress signal. Yes, yeah, maritime law and all. So anyway, time for me to go. So I can say doodaloo, you know, but please boot the old like button. I just thought I'd just share it with you. I just saw it there and I thought, yeah, you know, yeah, I might have a tinker with it later. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but you know, it seems to work. Don't have any volume though. No squelch. I'd expect a little bit of noise, if I remember rightly. Maybe the aerial's got to be connected. That would make sense. Anyway, time for me to go, because I do know, please people don't like button, and maybe subscribe to the channel, little bell icon, because then you get one fast thing in your pocket every time I upload another video.